I'm kind of experimenting with Never Again. I really don't know. It's December. I think now is a good time to make our horror film. So I want to make a horror movie. And I think vampires, right? Nope, that's Infidelity. Also could be a horror film, but no, vampires. A vampire horror flick. This is just gonna be Dracula. I know I'm kind of stealing things, but and then R, of course. So let's see what we got here for this. Not a lot of love for the script. Not a lot of love at all. It'll be a fairly mediocre thing, won't it? Sure will, but we're gonna do it anyway, just so we can learn. It'll be a learning film. Oh yeah, this will recover our critic score a little bit. Doesn't have quite the domestic appeal that we'd like, but it will recover that score a bit. So let's do that. And then that'll be that, unless I have another person, which I don't. I probably want to get another producer if I could. Just so I can make even more films. The more films you make, the more money you make. That's how it goes. So this is a breakup romance. I think we're timing this really close. We're coming in just in the nick of time to hit February, but I don't think it'll be enough. Yeah, we're not going to hit February on that. So it's going to be a springtime breakup movie. Maybe that's okay, because everyone's like, love is in the air on Valentine's Day. And then, you know, you wake up and you're sober, and look what you got next to you. It's time for breakup. Horror vampire. Okay, so set design, I feel like is pretty important here. Honestly, a vampire horror movie doesn't need a whole lot of writing. I would think costume and makeup would be essential on this. I would even maybe go this far with it. Set design maybe can come down a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, I think maybe here is where I want to be on this. And then a period wardrobe. Yeah, maybe prosthetics and wigs I think is more likely here for this. I would think also we could have gore effects in it. Ooh, but that's the last one I have. Is there anything better? Subtext, character arcs, not really. Lighting, breakable sets, yeah. Probably that instead of the gore effects. Realistic injuries and stuff. Like vampires they don't have a whole lot of like injury per se. Like they suck blood, but it's not like, I don't know, make the bite mark better. Make the bite mark better, right? It's 200 grand. I think this probably is the better call here. We'll go gore effects on this. It's about vampires, not horror though. Ooh, hang on. Now that's the thing. It's not about a horror movie. It's about a vampire. Which I still think gore effects is a better fit. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Better fit than breakable sets though. So yeah. We didn't get, yeah, I mean we weren't gonna get that, but I think maybe it's okay. Hitting Easter might be okay for a breakup movie. I have no idea. It's probably bad. Let's play it safe and not hit a holiday at least. We'll go March. There's no competition in March either. We'll go March. See if that's a better call for the breakup movie. There we go. And Dracula. Okay, so I would say special effects are there. Yeah, probably about here. Sound, music. I'm thinking about probably up. Yeah. Maybe here, 95. If I gotta go one more, I'll go here, I guess. And then, I mean, yeah, there's usually a fight in vampire movies. Usually, yeah, that makes sense. Visual effects, weather is pretty good. I would think like it's always like storming and rainy and things, but you can usually just do that with sound. You don't necessarily need them to be visual. Pop and rock is the only music I have here, unfortunately. Orchestral would have been better, I think, here for this, but we can try the music. And is that all I can have? Ooh, I don't know if the music is better here then. Ambient sounds, probably better. Slow motion, temporal stretching, nested stories. Which one would be the best one? Out of all the ones that are available, what's the best one? Like ambients are good, but the music can change it. the ambient is also less money. Yeah. And we don't need an accent coach because absolutely no one cares if his accent is bad. It's like, yes, he could talk like Dracula, but it's every Dracula has changed. Like, there's so many different films with Dracula and vampires, and they never talk the same way. There's a stereotypical way to talk, and then there's like the way that everyone talks. You know, just like watch Twilight. It's a vampire theme. There you go. It's not really a horror movie though, right? It's more of a romance. It's very sparkly. All right, let's go like this. Okay. Breakup movie is okay. We knew it wasn't going to be great, but it actually has better scores than I expected it to have, so I feel pretty good about that. And now, analysts, show me what's going on with Never Again, please. I'm hoping Never Again makes a profit. We're still down $1 million on it. And then it's April. I think we postpone a little bit here with Dracula. I want to make sure it hits I want to make sure it hits Halloween. So maybe we'll go with like around August or so. We'll hit the button. Yeah, let's do like mid-July. We'll hit the button and then maybe we'll get it. So romance, costume, and makeup, nailed it. And then the music needs to be a little bit higher. Excellent. All right, so Never Again will ultimately make a profit, thankfully. I was a little worried about it for a second there, but it will make a profit. Thankfully. And then we'll go ahead and resume this now in mid-July. Go ahead and pick, hopefully, a really good one here. Now, with our 109 points, I'm kind of leaning on franchises as my next thing to unlock here. But I'm also really wanting marketing, and I need to have medium movies in order to do that. So if I would save up for medium movies instead, I think that's kind of where I want to be. I think I'm saving up my points here. Because that's actually the next task. I didn't even notice that. Medium movies is what I need. So let's save our points, which means we're going to want to focus on movies that we know really well already. We're going to want to focus on movies that did really well. And I have Magic now, right? Didn't I do Magic? I feel like even though it's one I haven't done before, I feel like I still know Fantasy and Magic will work really well together. You know, this could be Merlin. This is, I mean, Fantasy and Magic always works really well together. So, I mean, that's kind of what it is. The entire fantasy genre is all about things that are like magic, right? So, yeah. Let's go with you, who's taking 6.5%. Because, of course, he is. Oh, my gosh. Jim Henson. I'm going to give up almost 20% of my movie for this cast, and it's going to be a sensational cast. But, like, this is a crazy good movie. We could put 2 people on this, so we can potentially get even more features, although not quite. Didn't quite get there. Yeah. But if I put 2 people on this, then I get more points towards features. So let's do it. If we're going to have this much money given up, then we want to make sure that it makes a lot of money, right? So we'll go with that. Oh boy. We did not. It skipped right over it. It's not giving me Halloween. It skipped right over it. It gives me September, November, and December. It doesn't give me October. Horrible. Feels real bad, man. There's no way I release this horror movie Thanksgiving and Christmas, so it has to be September. That's just sucks so bad, man. I hate that. Might as well choose the 46 and give up less of the movie. Yeah, of course it's gonna have bad reviews. It wasn't released in the right time. So annoying. Hollywood Animal is gonna change that for me, man. The amount of control you have in that is so good. I love it way more the way that goes. All right, fantasy and magic themed. Merlin, I think probably will take. Gosh, I don't know where to move these sliders, man. Let's take the. We'll make the writing better. Nah, the scene. We'll make the scene better. Okay, set design's gonna be good. And then we want to have I think this is probably a good one for period writing and vernacular. Probably. If we look at character arcs, there's a case to be made for character arcs as well. Period wardrobe would actually be better than... I'm limited. I'm limited! Let's take period writer away. We don't need gore effects. Breakable set could be good here, though. Because we, you know, maybe the magic, you know, breaks things, explodes things. We'll go with that. I mean, Dracula is still profitable. It's just really unfortunate that that's the way that went. Okay, Merlin. Let's see. I think we'll take the... I mean, it's magic, so... in fantasy. Special effects have got to be higher for this type of film. Sound design, not as important. Let's bring down the editing a bit. Yeah. We'll bring down the editing a bit. And then we'll say... I mean, we're blowing things up with magic. So demolition experts, yes. Fantasy films, this is all about magic, though, not fantasy. So ignore fantasy, it's all about magic. Magic is demolition. Explosions, we can see that happening, I think. Storytelling, flashbacks, pacing. Slow motion, not necessarily. I think really it's about visual effects. That's, yeah, animatronics even. Fight choreography, I can see a case for that in a magic thing. There's not necessarily fighting in a magic film, but there does tend to be some elements of it. Ambient sounds. Accent coach isn't necessary. Ambient sounds not necessary. We'll put a soundtrack in it. It's fine. All right. I don't know if rock is going to work for it, so we'll see. And then set design. Horror needs to be a little higher. But we nailed editing. Cool. At least we're putting sliders in the right spots. The Hollywood Correspondent. Superstitious director causing film delays. Director Plan Arker, Alan Parker, is making headlines for their insistence that all scenes be filmed exclusively on odd-numbered days, citing an obsession with artistic harmony tied to astrological beliefs. If the studio doesn't intervene, significant delays and budget overruns are expected. All right, so if we force the director to abandon their filming superstition and adhere to the standard, production cost and duration are kept under control, we'll have a small decrease in our studio prestige due to reports of creative conflict and a small decrease in the critic reviews tied to the director's frustration. So a little bit of a prestige hit and a little bit of a critic review decrease. But if we humor the director's astrological beliefs, then it costs a lot more and it takes longer, but there's a moderate chance of significantly higher box office and critic reviews. I mean, I want this. Hopefully it pays for it. We'll do it only on odd-numbered days. We'll give in to the insanity. Let it happen. We're talking about magic here. We can't say that the superstitions are nonsense. We're talking about magic here. All right, we need 250 points for a medium film, so we're going to hold off on that. Now, our office, if I'm not mistaken, can handle 5 people, right? So we could scout another producer and make even more films, which I kind of want to do. Start a scout really quick. You can always fire someone later, I suppose. It's February. I don't know. Fantasy Magic, probably best for summer anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. And we'll see if we can get a summer release on that. There we go. And then another creative producer with decent editing skills. Your skills are better, though. But how well do you get along with creatives? Likes creatives. Okay. Likes creative. I mean, your skill's going to go up, though. And this is your biggest skill. So I can have you... Yeah, I can have you actually train that specific skill, too. So I can tell you to train, for example, your strongest skill, which is features, and then we can get access to more features as we go. So I like that. So we have July. Summer is what I'm aiming for. That's perfect right there. That's where I'll edit it, or that's where I'll release it. Okay, I think it's time for our analyst to take a look at trends. So analyst, I want you to focus on the genre trends for now, and we'll structure our theme choices around the genres that are looking good. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get the best pick for that, but okay, well, I clearly didn't do very well. Not sure why. My son is upstairs jumping again. It's crazy. It's spring break right now, so he's home all the time, and he's like very bored because I won't let him like on the screen all day. I won't let him watch television and play video games all day. And it's raining outside right now, so he's inside instead of outside. It's crazy. Anyway, this is neither. It has nothing to do with the game. I know, I'm taking you out of the action, but it's not necessarily a super immersive video anyway. Superstitious director causes filming delays for the worst. Of course. Caused chaotic scheduling. Production took far longer than expected and the cost skyrocketed with no notable improvement in quality. Sure. Oh, yeah. We even took a prestige hit for enabling such a demand. Okay, so in other words, you can't necessarily trust the freaking bullet points. Okay, that's how it goes. Medium film sizes, please. There we go. And now we can make medium budget films, and we can unlock a marketing department later and start getting ourselves self-distribution, which would be much better. Yeah, we still profited. You know, it still worked, but it wasn't the best. Definitely could have been better. Let's go ahead and get an analysis on this and see what we're dealing with here. And then also genre trends. We can now see what we're dealing with here too. And nothing is great. There's nothing super solid here. I'd like to see, you know, biography. We're pretty good with those things. And I think we're okay with romance, kind of. I'm better with the biography right now and the dramas and the thrillers, but you know, we'll structure what we're gonna do around those things when it brings in that information. Okay. So let's see how well we did on Merlin. Here we go. Writing. Nailed the writing on fantasy, but special effects. Wow. I mean, I thought I was going too high, but turns out it wants to be maxed out. Well, at least we know. Special effects on fantasy, max it out. That's what it's all about. All right, so now that I've yelled at my kid, got him to go outside. Let's continue. So 47 million, and we need to release a medium-sized movie now. So we can do that. We have the technology. So medium-sized movie. We're starting in January, and I'm thinking maybe let's take a look at our themes really quick. What do we have available? Might need to get some more themes. Magic, politics, space, sports, vampires. You know what? Let's see what else there is out there real quick. Let's just run it. See what we can get here. Alternate reality. Ooh, that seems interesting. Small town detective terrorist. I kind of want to. I don't. I mean, alternate reality seems interesting. I kind of want to try that. See what they want for that. I don't know if I want to put a big budget into it, though. We'll go small budget for the alternate reality thing, because I don't know exactly how... I don't know how that's going to work out. An alternate reality movie, I think, probably works better with this. I think thriller would work better with this. Sci-fi would work better with this. Mystery probably could work better with this. Let's try thriller. And I'm going to call it... I'm gonna call it switch. Like he's switching. Maybe this person's like switching back and forth. It's thriller, alternate. We'll go R, because I think R works really well with thriller. And let's take a look and see what we get here. So actually quite a few people like the script, thankfully. They're taking huge percentages, but they do like the script. So, you know, you win some, you lose some on this, but I think 10% for the director sounds insane. Yet I can't find a better choice that's taking less money. I have to take people who don't like the script very well in order for that. Now, if I was to take the alternate reality and instead of making it a thriller, we make it an adventure movie instead, what will that do to my prospects for people liking it? So this person wants... Terry Jones is okay on this. I don't think this is as good of a movie, but I kind of wanted to see whether or not we can make something that's a little bit more affordable to try out the alternate reality thing. And I think adventure could work really well here. I still think thriller is the better call, though. Yeah, let's try thriller instead. Okay, so we're just gonna go with somebody who's not... I mean, am I gonna make 10% back? Am I gonna make it back? Is he gonna make me the money, right? He's got the domestic appeal and everything, so is he gonna make me the money back? I don't know. This guy's taking 2%, but the domestic appeal is horrible. 3%. This one's not bad. We have an okay person here, only taking 3%. I can live with that. Okay, so this is switch. Charlie will work on this with... let's put... Yeah, let's put you in here. Jesus. Jesus. And we're almost on 20 on features here. Almost. Very close. Let's run that and see what we can get. This is like totally no idea what to expect kind of territory here. So, you know, if it works, it works, right? If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I feel like thriller is where I want to be on that. So I have to let it run. Sorry. So let's let that run. And then we still need to make a big budget movie. I'm going to wait on that just a little bit here because I want to experiment. So let's see. Alternate reality thriller. So I think probably... Alternate realities are kind of complicated, so I feel like you'd want more writing. I feel like. The same thing with a thriller. That genre is pretty writing intensive, so we'll go 45. And then we're over budget here, so I think maybe we'll take you down and then bring you up. This has to be in this range here, so we'll put 35 here. And then in order to get that down, I have to go like this, or I can bring this down. Let's try this. It's a little more balanced. I'm not entirely sure. Thrillers are really writing heavy, though. So alternate reality is a complicated topic. So yeah, I feel like writing is probably at least 40% at minimum. And then what do we want for this? Probably, I mean, period wardrobes and stuff don't really matter so much. If it's an alternate reality, it doesn't really matter, right? Breakable sets. I don't know. Man, multiple plot lines would have been nice. World building would have been really nice to have. Yeah, let's try character arc here. It's expensive. We'll go a little lighter on this. Let's try cultural references and subtext writing. I don't think it's going to matter, though. I don't think we have the right features for this. And then now that we're already in there, let's take a look at post-production really quick. And I mean... montages, non-linear structure, maybe. Oh, that's all I can afford. All right, well, I mean, we can try it. And then while we're doing this, we can set our other producer that's currently doing nothing. We can get her on something. Let's put you on a... Can't do a rom-com per se, but we can do like a breakup movie again. I don't need you. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's put put you in there, and then 10% is a lot. No thanks. They really like the script, though. It's too bad they're not liking the script enough to give me a discount on their services. We'll go here. Still 9% though, man. Damn. I mean, if you're gonna give 9%, you might as well give the 1 extra percent for just an objectively better person, right? Fine. You know what? We'll just let you do it. And then the producer is not that great at their job, but it's just enough to get over that production target. So Yeah, I guess so. And then this is a romance breakup movie. We'll try PG-13. We'll try PG-13. Okay, this is post-production on our alternate reality thriller. So I'm going to say probably this needs to be in this range. So I'm going to bring it down. And then I think the editing needs to be higher too. So we'll just kind of bump that up. Maybe there. 95%. Special effects for a thriller? Maybe, but... maybe. Sound design... We'll just leave it. It's cool. And then for our stunts, I'm not sure this has fight choreography. We're talking about alternate reality here, not thrillers. Alternate reality. Maybe ambient sounds would matter. Nested stories. Nonlinear structure is very expensive, so I don't know if that's going to matter for me. Temporal stretching. That's time. That's not time as in like time travel. That's time as in like time on screen. You know, you hold it for dramatic effect kind of things. Maybe a film score. I honestly don't know. This is silly. Animatronics. It depends on what it is. Let's pick something. Let's pick weather effects and ambient sounds. And I don't know. Flashbacks to a different reality. I have no idea. Let's put that in there. I just wanted something that I don't know very well. I wanted to do something different right here. And then breakup romance. So we know exactly where the costume and makeups go here. I would say probably we do something like this. Yeah, maybe. Dialogues. This is a breakup movie. Let's do... I don't know. Character arcs and breakable sets. And maybe we put some subtext in there. I don't know. Let's put some subtext in there too. These are probably not my best films here. We're going to get outside our comfort zone a little bit, which is good. We can see what the game likes, you know? Thriller, alternate reality. We're in May. So summertime thriller. I'm all right with that. Yeah, sure. Or fall. It looks like we're probably not going to get it in the summer unless it lets me do August. Not sure it will let me do August. Okay, so breakup movie, we know it needs to have the sound design up here, or at least in this range somewhere. So we're going to put it there. And then bring this down and bring this up. Yeah, we'll just do something like this, I guess. Yep. And then for this, we'll say... fight choreography. I don't know. Maybe the lady blows up the dude's car. We can get some kind of explosions going on there. Ambient sounds, accent coaches. There's just I don't know. Flashbacks maybe. A nested story so that we know what happened. Maybe some rock music in our breakup movie. Nah. I honestly don't know. So just leave it the way it is. I don't know. Like these films are not gonna be my best work here. I'm a lot less confident about these ones. But that's okay. Ending the video on something that you're not confident about is always the best practice, right? It's great. Summertime thrillers, and there's a little bit of competition, but otherwise not that big of a deal. There's more competition in the fall, so we'll take summer. Yep. We even have more competition in a less optimal time period, so we'll rock it. All right, so alternate reality thriller, it did okay. It's hopefully not gonna lead to a loss, but maybe it's our first losing film. Who knows? You know, try something new, it doesn't work. You know, that's what happens sometimes. Charlie's not doing this. Sales team's doing this. Yep. And then this one is the breakup romance movie, which I think we probably should wait until a little bit later to get the Valentine's Day involved on that, I think. Just a tad bit more. And then switch. Let's go ahead and analyze this. If we could maybe get both of you on it, then we could target the insights and really see about that. I want to really analyze that alternate reality film there. All right, and then we'll go ahead and resume this. The sales guy, go ahead and find me a slot in Valentine's Day, please. It actually made money. I'm surprised. It actually made money. Cool. It could have been, definitely could have been way worse. All right, so we've learned a little bit about alternate reality thrillers. It's a good match, not excellent, but it's all right. I wonder if adventure would be better here. And then thriller needs to be higher on the set design. Okay, but we nailed the special effects and editing. We know exactly where those need to be now. Very good. So we'll just take and put this, you know, kind of wherever, split the difference there, whatever's different about it. I like it. That's good. Okay. And then for this movie here, romance, breakup, we're going to get February. It's right here. I just kind of hoping maybe there'd be somebody with... there's no competition either, so that's when we're going to do it, yeah. Danger at the Table. Ooh, congratulations. Your movie is now a classic. Danger at the Table. Danger at the Table is a classic movie. Of all the movies I've made, you made Danger at the Table a classic. Wow. That's our political drama. We should make franchises. Yeah? Sequels. We should capitalize on this. With a medium budget. I think so. A medium budget sequel to that. We come over here. We say Danger at the Table. Political drama. It's now a classic, so maybe this one would be good too, right? So Danger at the Table is our thing. And this is going to be... we actually still have the lead role. You're still alive, are you? It's not who I'd like to play it, though. Well, we're going to have to knock it out of the park with the other staff here. We'll take Terry Gilliam here. Ooh, maybe not. Nope. I like this one better. Yeah. Yeah, you're way cheaper, too. Okay, we'll put you in here. And this will be Danger 2 Unrest. Well, if I can spell it. Unrest. Okay, and then we're going to put... Not all hands on deck here, but we do need to have a good film. So we'll put that there. Features is only at 20 here. Oh, boy. There we go. Bump that up. Now we're cooking. So I guess it is all hands on deck. It's our first medium budget film, and we're at $50 million in cash. So we're putting a sizable percentage. 20% of our money is going into this film. So it needs to be good. And we're kind of stuck with the lead role, unfortunately, because of the IP, but it's okay. We'll make do. It's going to be fine. And I Don't Need You is going to release 2, and that's going to be a hit in February. Look at that. Yep. Well, it started with a 10. It kind of went downhill from there, didn't it? Man, these two here are like, what do you see in this movie? I don't know. When it comes to romantic films, this is a crown jewel. A warm, hugging embrace for the soul. It's a breakup movie, you idiot. What are you talking about? A romantic rendezvous that's pleasant, if not unforgettable. Good for a cozy night in. Okay. Maybe breakup movie doesn't mean what I think it means. I guess it doesn't. Danger at the Table. Now, we have really good insights into political dramas and stuff, right? So we know that this stuff goes there. I don't know where set design goes, but this seems fine to me. And then we know that we want a vernacular expert. We know that we want a period writer. I'm pretty confident we want the not a breakable set. I don't know if we need a character arc per se. Period wardrobe could work, I suppose. Cultural references, maybe. I guess we can pop that in there. I know I'm kind of just throwing them in willy-nilly now, but I'm thinking about, you know, this is for politics. So cultural references can work for politics, I would think, because it's culture, right? I mean, that's pretty, yeah, I think so. That would work. But it goes with dramas too, so I don't know. Let's try this. We'll say, yeah, maybe a character arc. Not for politics could have a character arc. That's very expensive though, so let's not. we'll just hit that. We'll just put it right there. And then if we pause and take a look, we have 79 points to spend. What would we like here? I'm thinking narrative framing is... It's hard to tell whether this would be something that would be worth my points. Like, structures the story within a compelling overarching frame. It's... okay. Like, it doesn't really tell me a lot here. Jazzy blues, orchestral, long takes, cross-cutting. No, I think we got everything we'd like here. I have non-linear structure. Non-linear would be cool for politics, actually, now that I think about it. No, I'm good with that. But we have classics, so maybe we do an Essentials edition. Can get into that. Yep, I think so. And then we'll come back over here and special editions. Yep, Essentials edition. And we want an Essentials edition for our Danger at the Table. Unlocked. There we go. All right, I Don't Need You is making money too. There we go. That may be some cash. Post-production. We know everything we need to know about this because we've done it before. So right there. Boom, boom, boom. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. Now, for the premium features. Goodness. Accent coach. We established that, I think, before for politics. Temporal stretching could be interesting here. I'm thinking nonlinear structure and flashbacks. Nah, flashbacks not even. Nested stories could be interesting though. I like being able to tell two different stories at the same time, like parallel to each other. But that doesn't seem to be a thing that's in here. You know? I don't see that in here. Maybe it's in the other category, but the production planning part instead of the post-production planning part. I think we'll run with this. It's only 90% of our post-production budget too, but that's exactly where the sliders want to be though. That's the thing. So we're gonna let that go. Let it run. Okay, so it's July. And I'm thinking... July is an okay time. That's okay. We'll get this going. I don't think it's gonna... Oh boy. Hollywood Correspondent says... A mistake during Danger 2 Unrest's post-production triggered passionate debates about its artistic direction. In a recent interview about its current project, movie director Dodger Ronaldson mentioned that during editing, a mistake was made during the final color grading process, making the visuals appear somewhat unnatural. However, among the cast and crew, some thought the result was interesting, albeit unconventional. As a result, the director and the studio are debating on what to do about it. Yeah, I mean, I think we should regrade it. Fair chance of critics either loving or hating it. I'm gonna play it safe and spend the 200 grand. Let's get it fixed. And then we'll have some news article come out that says I'm a stooge that doesn't like art or something. I don't know. Award season and Christmas. It's not bad. Award season's not bad. I don't know if it is, honestly, award season. Because it's a political drama, but I mean, my only other solution is getting into the Super Bowl on Valentine's Day, and that's not good. And then March is nothing. So let's see how this works with award season. I don't know. Maybe it's bad. There is a little bit of competition there. Yeah, there is a little bit. And then March has got competition too. So we'll run with it. I don't know if that's good or not, but we'll see. Got over $10 million invested in this movie. Might as well. I Don't Need You. We're gonna get this analyzed. Let's get both of you guys to analyze it so we can see a whole lot of details about it. There we go. Young production company Pryor Media defies the odds. Against all odds, the fledgling production company has emerged as a rising star in the cutthroat movie industry, successfully navigating the precarious early stages of its existence. Charlie, its creative and inspiring CEO, thank you, brought together an excellent core team and developed diverse expertise that should pave the way toward success. Look forward to seeing their future accomplishments. Wish them the best of luck. Okay, I released my medium-sized movie. There it is, and it did pretty well. I don't know if it did really well regarding the award season and Christmas stuff, but sure. So we get extra insights here with 2 people working on it. And yeah, romance works well with Valentine's Day, go figure. It needs to be a little bit lower on the special effects for romance, but I did get the set design right. And the writing needs to be higher. Okay, cool. Let's get Danger 2 and see whether or not that worked or not. Like what's up with the award season, the time of year. I'd like to know that. As far as dramas and stuff go, that'd be nice to know. We did have some competition, but it did make money. And making money is what's important here. There we go. Okay, so award season. Wow, drama works with award season. There we go. You're going to release a movie. If you're going to release during award season, make it a drama. Cool. Drama politics doesn't work that well. Well, it does. It's good. But surprising that that's not green. I wonder if it's supposed to be like everything has like one green. That can't be it. No, I've seen multiple greens for things before, so I don't think that's it. And then drama and Christmas is not the greatest. I think family movies and stuff would be great for Christmas. We should maybe look into that. And then drama, less on the set design here too. Okay, cool. Well, hey, we did some things. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks so much. We're at 300 research points. We got a lot of places we could go here. And a lot of things we could start unlocking. I am interested also in this IP marketplace, so I might look into that. But I think it's important for us to get a full team, and that includes a marketing department, so we can start distributing our own stuff and making a whole lot more money. Right? Right. So we're going to at least get that. And then on the theme side of things, let's get another category here. We have robot, steampunk, military Christmas. That's pretty on the nose. Family Christmas movie would work. We'll grab that because we know we can succeed with it. And then let's grab steampunk just to kind of give us something a little different to play with. You know what? I'm kind of interested in something else to play with too. Give me a second. One more pick here. So time travel, alternate reality could be an interesting twist, but you can't do multiple themes, so that doesn't work. Dragon is fantasy. War, trial. Yeah, I mean, we could do like fantasy. Time travel is always fun. I want trial too, but time travel is always fun. We'll do one more. I just, like at a candy store, I have to have them. Okay. Well, we know family dog movies work great. We've done a lot with that. We have Beethoven. It makes its return. Maybe not next video, but it will make its return, and we'll get a ninja movie too. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.